It is the 6th of December, the 70th death anniversary of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. But for us, this is not just a death anniversary. In Buddhist tradition, nirvana is liberation from suffering, achieved through enlightenment. And Mahaparinirvan is the final stage of release from the cycle of rebirth. All the best. It is the fruit of a lifetime of great work, struggle, and a virtuous life. Babasaheb lived such a life for us. And so, we remember this day as his Mahaparinirvan. We wanted to see what this day looks like outside the history books. So, we drove through the vacant streets of Mumbai, past posters and banners of different political parties, local committees, social groups heralding the day, until we reached the narrow lanes of Hanuman Nagar in Kandivli East. We visited one of the local vihars called Jetwan Vihar. It was pristine, simply decorated and quiet, even in the midst of a crowded locality. And it was here that we saw the true spirit of the day. A man walked in. He looked as if tired from life's struggles, but he was focused. He recited the Vandana, Sri Ratna Panchashil. He was not bothered about anyone's attention. He just offered a quiet personal gratitude. Seeing him, I realized the spirit of a common Ambedkarite kept the movement strong and thriving despite minimal financial resources. We also met the chairman of the Vihar committee.
Manik
Pansare. Pravin. Mr. Pansare took us for a walk through the neighborhood. The lanes were narrow, barely wide enough for a small car, but the energy was undeniable. In the middle of the street, they had set up a small temporary altar with a small statue of Buddha and a photo of Babasaheb. It wasn't grand, but it was the heartbeat of the lane. We watched as people passing by would simply pause, bow for a second, and carry on with their work. Pansariji told us that the main program was already finished. They had observed it at midnight. Today, the mood was about movement. Everyone was rushing to finish their morning chores. The plan was set. By 12 p.m., the entire neighborhood would leave for Chaitya Bhumi and stay there for the rest of the day. The Basti was preparing to merge with the city. By the time we returned home, our relatives from Nagpur had arrived, traveling overnight. They are just one family, but they represent the lakhs of people who make this journey every year. They didn't come to see the grandeur of Mumbai. They came simply to witness the sea of humanity at Chaitya Bhumi and be part of it. We sat for a while, listening to their stories.
ट्रेन नागपूरवरून थकलेत का तुम्ही उमरेड वरून कधी आले तर नागपूरला सकाळी सकाळी निघाले नाही अच्छा कोणते कोणते पाहिले आहेत आतापर्यंत ठिकाणं तुम्ही आपले बाबासाहेबांचे बुद्धाच्या
ते आले श्रीलंकाला
श्रीलंकेला जाऊन आले होते नाही?
नेपाळला पण गेला.
हो नेपाळला गेले
अच्छा, नेपाळला गेले.
नेपाळला पण लुंबिनी वगैरे हो ना.
नागपूरला कसं करतात तो 6 डिसेंबरला?
कॅन्डल राहते
संध्याकाळची.
राहत होता ते प्रोग्राम.
सकाळी वगैरे जाता तुम्ही कुठे?
Before we joined the crowd outside, we first turned inward. We began our own preparations. We sat together for the Buddha Vandana. Reciting these ancient verses is not just a ritual, it grounds us. It reminds us of the path of wisdom and compassion that Babasaheb showed us. Having paid our respects at home first, we were finally ready to go. This is where the energy of the day truly explodes. We entered Shivaji Park, which sits right beside Chaitya Bhumi. It wasn't just a crowd, it was a gathering of the entire nation. We saw people who had traveled from different parts of Maharashtra and other states, all converging here. The park transforms into a massive ecosystem. We walked past stalls offering everything for free. And amidst the service, there was politics. We saw flags of different parties and groups protesting against government policies. There were performances happening right on the street, songs of resistance and history. People were eager to be heard. Seeing our cameras, some even approached us, wanting their stories to be told.
93 पासून
बदल जाणवतो काही असा लोक जास्त
परिवर्तन
वाढायला
होत आहे, लोक वाढत चालले आहेत.
वाढत चाललंय.
कुठे बाबासाहेबांची पुन्हाही आहे.
But the busiest stalls weren't selling statues or posters. They were selling books. This is unique to this gathering. It is an intellectual pilgrimage. We met people who had come just for this literary
आम्ही
exchange.
एवढं सांगू इच्छितो की हा जनसमुदाय कोणी पैसे देऊन वगैरे इथं येत नाही. त्यांची आपली भावना असते. बाबासाहेबांनी जो आम्हाला अधिकार दिलेला आहे, जसं आपण नेहमी ऐकत आलो, खातो तो घास आणि घेतो तो श्वास, फक्त बाबासाहेबांमुळे. आज या एरियामध्ये जेवढेही लाखोच्या संख्येने तुम्हाला माणसं दिसत आहेत, ती सगळी माणसे फक्त आणि फक्त बाबासाहेबांना अभिवादन करायला या ठिकाणी जमतात. बाबासाहेब नसते तर आमची काय अवस्था ती हे आम्ही विचारही करू शकत नाही.
We also saw faces that have borne the brunt of political struggle. We saw writers and activists who have been targeted and victimized by the system. They were standing quietly among the people, continuing their work unflinchingly. And it wasn't just the older generation. The youth were present in large numbers, carrying the torch forward.
बाबासाहेबांनी एक वचन दिले की शिका, संघटित, संघर्ष करा. म्हणजे शिकल्यानंतर संघटित आपण करू शकतो. हे बाबासाहेबांचे एक वचन आहे. त्या बाबासाहेबांच्या वचनामुळे आम्ही पुढे आता चालत आहे.
Huge LED screens broadcasted the view from inside. We watched as people stood before these digital screens, holding their hands and taking photos. Managing lakhs of people is a monumental task, but the system here worked. The Mumbai police did an incredible job handling the traffic and the sheer volume of the crowd. There were proper toilets, drinking water kiosks, and police booths for lost and found persons.
कधी कितीदा बऱ्याचदा येतात, दरवर्षी येतात.
दरवर्षी हा एकच तर आपला दिवस असतो आदरांजलीचा.
काय खरेदी करायला आलो?
खरेदी काय ना आम्ही
फोटो बाबा तर नाही.
पुस्तक घेऊ, फोटो घेऊ, काहीच पटलं ते मुलांना घेऊ.
We also saw the contribution of the city's lifeline,
बस सेवा
the best bus service.
आता कालच्या दिवशी 10 बस गाड्या होत्या विदाउट कार्ड तिकीट, 75 रुपयाचे विदाउट कार्ड तिकीट होतं. आणि आज परत 5 बस वाढवल्या, म्हणजे टोटल 15 बस ऑल ओव्हर मुंबई. 20-30 लाखाचं बजेट आहे. BST मध्ये 20-30 लाख रुपये खाली खाण्यावरच. वडा, समोसा, चहा, फरसाण, पाण्याच्या बॉटल BSTच्या गाड्या लागली नाही, सामान घेऊन लागलेले नाही. चहा संपला, वडे संपले, समोसे संपले, चहा.
And perhaps the most inspiring were the volunteers. In the middle of this dust and heat, they were constantly working to keep the place clean.
भरपूर अनुयायी येतात तिथे येतात. थोडा कचरा वगैरे ह्या त्या सर्व गोष्टी, स्वच्छता याच्यात थोडंसं दुर्लक्ष केलं जातं किंवा जास्त घाण असतात. छोटे लहान बाळ वगैरे सर्व असतात. तर आपण येऊन तिथे स्वच्छताचं कार्य काहीतरी राबवावं. मग त्यापासून आम्ही थोडे स्वच्छताचं कार्य करायला काम केलं.
Finally, we tried to make our way inside Chaityabhumi. But the tide was too strong. The queue was endless and it was impossible to enter. But we realized that for many, stepping inside wasn't the only way to pay respects. They gathered near the replica of the Sanchi gate, the yellow pillars, and found their moment of connection there. They didn't need to do any worshipping. Being here under the same sky, breathing the same air as millions of their fellow Ambedkarites, that was enough. This day is a reminder, the man they come to honor is gone. But the moment he started is more alive than ever.